where it's different from all the pageants we see, is to portray African culture and value. If you see among schools, children who are going to the international schools and not imbibing the African culture, you will not see a young guy who had gone to probably like a British international school expecting to come in front of our daddy and say, "Daddy, hello, daddy." He will just say hello, daddy to you without prostrating. But one thing we see that have been missed in our generation is the African culture, the way we greet, the act of life, the way we talk to elderly people, the way we relate with people. So we feel like, okay, well, how do we bring the beauty and the brain? Let me use the word, the beauty and the brain. You see a lot of girls. I'll be very frank and be very sincere with you. When you see them, it's just the beauty. There is no brain there. Well, how do we blend the beauty and the brain together? That's why we're here. And we produce a lot of contestants, some of our contestants who have stood out to be an example among young African women. And so for me as a person, we are also looking at how we can also produce a global brand beyond Africa, who can also stand as a cultural ambassador, who can also go out there and be a catalyst in training other younger folks on how to be a good cultural ambassador. That's why we're here. And that's why we're also producing cultural ambassadors who have the beauty, who have the brain. The contestants are going to be passing through a restructural process, being in the camp for 1 week. And during the 1 week, we're going to be spotting out the best in terms of attitude, in terms of culture, in terms of the intellectual base. Because one of those things we're also looking at are what are these things, how can we get this contestant who can stand out in terms of beyond all the challenges ahead of them, who can stood out among all other challenges around them in any part of the world. So for us, we see, like I said to you, that one of those things, one of our major selling points is the brain, the beauty, and how much projects can you give back to the society. Giving back to the society is also one thing that we do not joke with, because we want a cultural ambassador who can also give back to the society. So for me as a person, we also look at the humanitarian side of it. What are the feelings do you have for probably education, probably in terms of education, probably in terms of health, the healthcare, things that you can use to complement the government, things you can use to also help. In terms of humanitarian, these are also one key areas that we're also using as a selling point that we're using to pick up our ambassadors, cultural ambassadors for this pageant. We have different contestants from different geopolitical zones. And they are going to be representing different geopolitical zones. Cross beyond geopolitical zones, they're also going to be representing different African countries. So you see somebody coming out in Swahili, speaking Swahili language, and also identifying key role models. Key role models who are influencers in their community. So somebody can say, okay, I am representing Kogi State, and I'm going to be speaking about our great mother who are also being a great ambassador in terms of culture and cultural heritage. So we have to identify one key role model that can stand as an example to different people. So we can choose Efik, we can choose Yoruba, we can choose different cultural backgrounds. So these different girls will represent different cultural backgrounds at the contest.
Different tribe into it. Don't you think there will be clash of culture? Because the culture of those in the East and some other cultures all around Nigeria majorly is different from what we practice in Yoruba land. Don't you think that is going to become like tribalistic and crisis?
When we have the name, the brand called Sisi Oge means a queen which is a very beautiful queen. A beauty queen with key exemplary lifestyles. You understand what I'm saying? But for us, we've produced over the years, we produce different contestants, different winners, or different queens that are not from this tribe. At least I can mention a few that I know of that have also been involved with, like close to 4 or 5 of them that are not Yoruba. So we are not tribalistic. We are diversified in terms of culture.
Maybe Mommy should say something first.
Well, the Sisi Oge of Nigeria, of Africa, is Sisi Oge and others. Sisi Oge, the other people are others, not Sisi Oge is number one. Then the Jumini, Miss Nigeria, Miss so, they are next to Sisi Oge.
Cultures don't clash naturally. They complement. But owners of cultures use their cultures when they present their culture as being superior to other cultures. That's where the clash comes. But in Sisi Oge, there is no such clash. They complement all the cultures in Africa, and now they are going global.
Well, I think you took my line right there. We are the same. Cultural overlaps. I will talk about differences in diversity. It's what we Africans thrive on, diversity in our culture. And we all do the same things, but we do them differently. So at the end of the day, I have a term that I always like to quote, that is same difference. Same difference in the sense that we do the same thing, but we do them differently. But otherwise, what I've noticed around us is the erosion of our culture. We all are clamoring to be like Americans or the West. My question to the organizers of this event is, what actually are you going to do with this competition to help galvanize the people to embrace our culture? And also, playing the devil's role here, we talk about Sisi Oge. What about the brother Oges?
English belongs to England.
Yeah.
But today, in the entire African country and the world, if you can speak good English,
Maybe French.
you understand? And that's as a result of, when you look at the most beautiful girl, maybe Ghana, any part of the African country, and you take her to a French-speaking country, by the time you tell them this is the most beautiful girl, they need you to interpret. What that tells you is that the Englishman has been able to transport his language to all part of the world. So that's the whole essence of Sioge. We won't stand and tell you this is Sioge and you ask me what does it mean. So I can tell you, it means the most fashionable person in where I come from or where you come from. So that's the whole essence of it. We're transporting one of our local language to the world. And when you look at Yoruba in terms of culture and all that, we are everywhere. And this is the only tradition and culture that also accommodates the people. And that's one of the more reasons why you will see a contest like Sisi Oge, the Pride of Africa, having to have winner from Anambra, Enugu, even outside the country, Nigeria. That is what you see in Lagos too. This is a city that accommodates everybody. As a matter of fact, you even see the evil man telling you Lagos belongs to everybody. But that is what we heard, that is what we learned from our mother, which is to accommodate people together. So, thank you very much.